Lush, and I'm here outside the Ice House Pavilion in Davos. Really pleased now to be joined by Frédéric Pivetta. He's the founder of Data for Good. Tell me your thoughts on the fourth industrial revolution. What role does data play in that?
Data plays a big role because for the first time we have access to public and private data sources in emerging countries, and that could tremendously improve the way we do cooperation and development in these countries. That could really change the way we see and we handle the fight against poverty or different actions in the context of public health.
So tell me about the work that you've done in Ebola, for example.
Yeah, so basically we worked in West Africa on Ebola, leveraging telecom data because we have access to telecom data. And basically we are doing two things. One is using this telecom data to predict where Ebola is going to spread, that's one. And secondly is also to monitor the effectiveness of the quarantine zones in these different countries.
And how does that work? Because people are moving around with their phones?
Exactly, so they are moving around with their phones, they are making calls, and so basically these generate data, and we use this data to see where people move. Not individually, so privacy, we don't enter any privacy issue, and basically we use this data of mobility, so we observe the mobility of the people, and based on these mobility patterns and the social networks that they generate, we can see where the disease can spread.
And what about with malaria? What work have you done there?
Yes, we work here on malaria in Zambia with PAS and MASEPA, which is funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And they're basically same kind of idea. We use the access that we have to the telecom data to try to prioritize the actions. The key question was what region of the country should we focus on with a maximum impact on the overall eradication of malaria in the whole country.
What surprised you about the work that you've done, for example?
What surprised me is that why didn't we do that before? Because I mean these data exist, they have been existing for a decade now, and they are available. I mean obviously there are constraints, there are privacy issues in different countries, there are regulatory issues that we need to tackle, there are technical issues, but they are all challenges that could be overcome. And so what surprised me the most is that they haven't been used before. Because the potential impact on cooperation development could be huge, because these countries, what they miss is exactly that, data. They have not very good public data, they don't have a lot of data from banks because there's there's a lack of bankarization in these countries. They don't have a lot of data on retail because there is no retail chain in these countries, but there's telecom data in these countries. And so these are really, really precious and unique data source.
Have you saved lives?
Sorry?
Have you saved lives?
Yes, we hope we saved lives. We didn't count yet,
Yeah.
But that's really a KPI that we would like to assess, because the number of lives ultimately is really what will trigger the continuation and the sustainability of our work.
Thank you very much, Frédéric, for stopping by the
You're more than welcome.
Pavilion here in Davos, and I'm Edie Lush.